iFiber One, and we welcome into the show from Keller Williams. It's Scotty Mills. Morning, Scotty.
Hey, morning, Jeff.
Good
hey,
to
morning,
see
Vicky.
you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
We are talking real estate, and it is despite the weather, it is a hot market out there, and things are moving fast. You got some numbers for us on just how quickly things are moving, and you got a Seattle thing, and that's just for fun, right? Let's look at what are you seeing in Seattle?
We're going to talk about our neighboring county, Thurston.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk primarily about Mason.
Uh-huh.
Because what we got going on there is with the market and the average prices comparison to both counties, you get people that are looking at, hey, if there's a $80,000 difference in the average price between Thurston and Mason, there's nothing wrong with a commute time of 27 minutes to 30 minutes.
Sure. Right.
So our average commute times are around about 38 minutes one way.
Okay. Is there a threshold that people have? They go, I understand prices and things like that, but I am not going to drive further than blank.
I think some people, depending on what your job is, an hour is what I see with the tops.
Okay.
Some people, that's about pushing it.
Wow.
You see that in Santa Clara. I was just pulling up the census. It's 55 minutes one way down there in the Bay Area. But for the most part, people will do the hour max.
Okay.
But then you got Mrs. Mills, who's 4 minutes from work and gets there in one.
Hey, good. It's all the green lights then. I think is exactly what's happening there.
Yeah.
If you time it right,
Oh, yeah. No, you get the first green light, you're good for the rest of the time.
Good to go.
Yeah.
So you're saying the differences in housing between Thurston and Mason counties, where are we at kind of average prices on those types of things?
Okay, and for our Mason County and our zip code, the 98584, we're looking at $256,000 is about our average price.
Mm-hmm.
And over in Thurston, you're looking at about $337,000. So
Wow,
so in
that's
round
a
numbers,
big one.
yeah.
That's a big jump.
What type of house is that? What size?
I did it based off just a 3-bedroom,
Single
two-bath.
story, 2-story, or does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. It's just pulling by bedrooms and square footage. So you're looking at about a 1,700 to a 2,000 square foot home.
And is that like the same lot space, like maybe, or is there?
Well, I
more?
didn't narrow it down to a bumblebee's
Okay.
behind.
It seems like there's more land out here in Shelton.
Oh, yeah.
With homes than I've seen in Olympia maybe.
Yeah, when you approach it from a custom construction or land aspect, I think from a development background, Mason County, hands down,
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of environmental triggers that are coming up like in Thurston, and one being, the pocket gopher
Right.
situation. Although there's rumors he's coming out this way. But, lots are averaging about $53,000 for land out here. And then you get over in the other parts of the stuff, it can be running up to $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
when it comes to this type of stuff, and if people are thinking of moving here, moving to Thurston or neighboring counties, when it comes to finding lending, are there differences? They base it on the person looking to buy the place, right? That it's not based on where the home is going to be. Do lenders look at that at all, location?
Pretty much what a lender will do, and that's why we got a buying guide for people now too, and a seller's
you got some of these.
guide.
We'll talk about these in a second.
Don Reynolds, who works with us, and Phil Hart and Associates, we put those together for our clients because it is, you can watch Home Garden TV and you can bravo those things. You probably get a lot of misinformation. That's TV. These are put together for the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, they want to make it look better on TV.
So what are in these things? What can you expect to read?
Well, you basically gives you some food for thought. You kind of go, because you don't know what you don't know to ask. So we got some questions in there that here's some things that you could think about. But primarily,
nice.
There's a copy of a purchase and sale agreement and a listing agreement, what the contracts look like. So you kind of know what addendums I'm going to be
So you're not
doing.
like overwhelmed when you get there?
Yeah, what is this? Yeah, we can walk
Yeah.
you through the process
Very
from the
nice.
paperwork to the whole. It's an emotional roller coaster when it comes to these people buying and searching for homes. They seem to, with the market, and one of the stats talks about the mean time on the market, and I think, God, it just seems to be quicker than the 38 days or the 60 days, because clients will put an offer in, there's multiple offers, they get beat out, so it is pretty much, you got to be quick and put your best foot forward. And getting with that lender is one of the first disciplines, the appraiser is where it comes into play. He's going to look at the homes in that area and do the comps and do that. The lender just essentially looks at your, criteria, work and all those things. They have a checklist, and once they get to that pre-approval letter, we submit that with our offers.
Tell me about
Oh,
that
very
appraisal
nice.
process. How has it changed over the years, and how accurately is it reflected either on some of these websites that you see estimates or even on the county rolls?
Oh, well, you have your market evaluations, and then you have your assessor's stuff, and those are different. And years ago in '08, when we were having that crash, your assessed values were higher than your market value, and people were kind of up in arms about that, going, hey, I'm being taxed at this, but my home's worth this.
Yeah.
Well, now we're seeing it's remedied itself, so the market values are higher than the assessed values. From an appraiser standpoint, they pretty much have their sheet and their checklist, and they're going to go out and based on square footage, condition of the home, any things that they might see are health, safety issues, and do their due diligence there. What I've seen, though, is once upon a time, maybe a year, 2 years ago, when you ordered an appraiser, it took forever. It seemed like out in here to get them done. It just took a long time. Now, talking to some of my colleagues, we're seeing that the appraisers are, there's peeling paint on a garage, on the gable end, and there's a crack in the foundation of a home that was built in 1926. Well, and no surprise there, so you get your structural engineer out and blesses it and stamps and stuff there. So, yeah, it's
What would looking at a paint chipping, because you can just repaint, no?
well, what they're looking for is any home that was built in 1978 or older. They're concerned about lead-based paint.
Oh, yeah. I was
Yeah, so
thinking
you don't
that.
want the neighbor kid licking your siding.
No,
So
we'll be eating
that'd
our
be-
paint chips.
That could be
No.
a bad day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they look at things like that.
And they're looking at the foundation and maybe the roofing and
Yeah,
yeah,
those are
that's what they look
absolutely.
for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Where can we get these guides that you have available for us?
You can certainly use the code word Daybreak.
Hey, I like
and,
that code word. I like that.
I like that.
And call me at 253-405-2936, and I would love to personally deliver those to any of the clients and people here. And we'll get some in the green room for the studio to have here
Oh
for
yeah,
folks
people can
too.
hang out and check them out.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's some great information, and I want people to have those.
Good. Thank you.
Scotty Mills is also on Facebook at facebook.com/Scotty Real Estate Consultant. We'll put the link to that one, also the Keller Williams, and
Yeah.
different emails and phone numbers.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not hard, and you can call or text. Do that. And
He's
Google.
quite responsive. I was just talking to him yesterday.
I know.
Calls right back.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
good
what you
at
want
that.
in a realtor, right?
You
Somebody that
totally
calls right
do.
back.
that's right.
You're right away.
I'll get you.
Because these houses are, I mean,
And he
minutes.
did weather for
Yeah,
you.
well, we
this
say if
morning.
you sleep on it, you don't sleep in it. So,
That's it.
That's it.
Scotty Mills from Keller Williams.
I
Thank
love
you
that.
so much. It's good to see you, buddy.
okay, good to see you too, Jeff.